Let's face it, saying no is hard. If saying no were an Olympic sport, most of us would be last-place contenders, nodding our heads and agreeing to things we'd rather not do. We say yes to things we don't want to do, people we don't want to see, and events we would rather chew on aluminum foil than attend. But here's the thing. Learning to say no is one of the most powerful skills you can develop for a happier, stress-free life. Somewhere along the way, society tricked us into believing that saying no makes us rude, selfish, or a certified villain in a Disney movie. We were conditioned to be people pleasers, and to put everyone else's needs above our own. It starts small, agreeing to an extra shift at work when we're already exhausted, and before you know it, you're helping a neighbor move a grand piano up 3 flights of stairs because you felt bad saying no. Spoiler alert asterisk, you don't owe anyone your constant availability. Imagine your energy is like a bank account. Every time you say yes to something you don't want to do, you're withdrawing from that account. Eventually, you're left with nothing but overdraft fees and the desire to hide under a blanket forever. Saying no is not about being selfish, it's about setting healthy boundaries and keeping your sanity intact. When you decline something, you're not rejecting a person, you're simply prioritizing yourself. And trust me, you deserve that. Now, before you start screaming no at everything like a toddler on a power trip, let's refine the approach. There are ways to decline without sounding like a jerk. Here are a few polished ways to say no. The classic, I really appreciate the offer, but I'm going to have to pass. The excuse, I'd love to help, but I already have commitments that day. The soft decline, I can't right now, but let's touch base in the future. The honest approach, I need to focus on my priorities right now, so I can't commit to this. Pick your method depending on the situation, but remember, no is a complete sentence. The workplace, the trickiest terrain for a no enthusiast. Your boss drops an extra project on your already overloaded plate, and suddenly you're spiraling into the abyss of unpaid overtime. How do you say no without getting the dreaded "we need to talk" email? The deflection, I'd love to help, but I have my hands full with my current workload. Which project should I deprioritize? The delegation move. I can't take this on right now, but maybe, insert coworker's name, would be interested. The professional boundary. I want to ensure I do quality work, and adding this to my plate would compromise that. Setting boundaries at work won't get you fired, it will get you respected. And if your boss doesn't respect your limits, maybe it's time to say no to that job too. The biggest enemy of saying no? FOMO. You've already worked all week, you just want to put on sweatpants and watch a ridiculous amount of Netflix, but then, bam! Someone invites you to a party. You don't to go, but the fear of missing out creeps in. Here's the thing, FOMO is just your brain playing tricks on you. The people at the party will survive without you, and you'll survive without hearing about Brad's promotion for the 10th time. Family is tricky. Saying no to your mother can feel like stepping on a landmine. But you can't keep saying yes to every family gathering, favor, or guilt trip that comes your way. Try these magic phrases. I love spending time with you, but I really need some time to recharge. I can't make it this time, but let's plan something soon. I really appreciate you thinking of me, but I'm going to have to decline. Most importantly, do not over-explain, because the more reasons you give, the more room there is for negotiation. Keep it short, sweet, and firm. Some people don't take no for an answer. They see your polite decline as a challenge and double down. These are the people who say, "Oh, come on, just do it, or it'll be fun, you'll see." For these relentless persuaders, you need to up your game. The broken record method. Keep repeating, "I appreciate it, but I can't." Eventually, they'll get bored. The humor defense. "Oh, you know me. I'm a gremlin who hates social interaction after 8 p.m. The ghost exit. If it's a text invite, don't reply immediately. Let it simmer, then decline later with "Sorry, just saw this. Can't make it." Some people just won't take no easily. Stay firm and don't let their persistence weaken your boundaries. Once you get comfortable saying no, a magical thing happens. You start feeling free. You have more time for what actually matters. Your stress levels drop. Your energy goes towards things that truly bring you joy instead of obligations that drain your soul. You'll notice people respecting your time more. You'll realize you're not missing out on anything important. And best of all, you'll start saying yes to things that actually excite you instead of ones that guilt trip you. If saying no is tough for you, try this challenge. For 1 week, say no to anything that doesn't truly excite or benefit you. No to unnecessary work requests, no to social plans you don't feel like attending, no to favors you don't have time for. See how it feels. Spoiler alert, it'll feel amazing. Saying no isn't just a skill, it's an art. And once you master it, your life will change. You'll have more time, less stress, and a newfound appreciation for doing only what actually want to do. So, my dear people pleasers, go forth and say no. Your sanity depends on it. And if anyone asks if you can help them move a grand piano this weekend, just smile and say, nope, hard pass.